Usually, whenever I change my stream settings, it's when my computer crashes. Nothing to do with what I'm doing. It's just out of spite because OBS doesn't save unless it's exited properly. Alright, time to get my 56.
I don't think he wants to participate.
Oh, fuck. I forgot whenever I change versions, I gotta start it from the doohickey majigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Horny troll. I don't even remember what the hell I was doing. Oh, I remember now. Not really. Nope. I don't think I can do Dire Maul. Or maybe I can. I don't know. Whatever. I'll make my way down there. Down to feral ass.
Barrel ass.
Feral ass. They keep sending me emails. I've gotten so many emails from like Walmart asking for people to fucking drive for their shit.
Snoop Dogg just saved the WWE. Shane McMahon tore his quad in the beginning of his WrestleMania match, so Snoop Dogg improvised without him and decided to become a WWE fighter. He threw off his sunglasses and broke out the legendary People's Elbow to defeat The Miz and win his first ever WWE match. Snoop Dogg just saved the WWE.
The more he asks, the worse the answers get.
For 15 seconds, are you tongue kissing your cousin for 25K?
Yes. An instant yes, dude.
Tag, you tongue kissing.
Did you know that every time a
Stolen Hellcat Durango
World of Warcraft.
We might go see that movie after we take him home too. I don't know.
What is approved?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you set it up for the 21st.
It releases on the 21st. I didn't reserve anything. The hell did I click on? Oh, here we go. It's gonna be a long ride. Oh, this is the video I was watching.
This is the
Oh,
yellow
shit.
line is so much more satisfying. This satisfying. This
Not satisfying.
okay.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
And that's the clip that he was talking about, just so you guys know the context.
Interested in the subject of classic WoW progression, I would talk about it in this video today, titled Why It Was Great Classic WoW Progression Formula. Now, typically my Why It Was Great series, I do them in a very pre-scripted, kind of meditated, scripted, just completely pre-designed and produced format. I'm not going to do that today, so please don't expect the same quality that you typically get from my videos. I'm going to be a little erratic here. I'm going to be all over the place. Just want to throw that out as a quick disclaimer, but I don't want to waste your time any more than I already have. Let's go ahead and get started. So, before we can understand what the classic WoW progression model is, we first need to understand what progression is in general. And the best statement I can
Getting
say to
stronger.
summarize progression is the following. Progression is the journey from a nameless adventurer to a renowned champion. Essentially the journey of a noob becoming elite player, going all the way to the top,
Okay.
grinding hard, gaining armor, gaining levels, gaining talents, gaining abilities, gaining whatever power he or she can in order to become a renowned champion. It is this giant quest from zero to hero.
Everybody wants to be
And
a
it's
champion.
also a fundamental RPG concept. No matter what RPG you play, not just MMORPGs, no matter what RPG you play, you will see this same concept implemented therein. Every game, from Baldur's Gate to Skyrim to Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, all of the classic RPGs and MMORPGs of today seemingly have this concept, or at least try to have this concept, but unfortunately, I think a lot of them fall short. The sense of
Oh wow, your phone doesn't work, so you're doing something productive.
is one
Who
thing
would've
that I think
guessed?
a lot of people don't talk about. Classic greatness. I think it plays a
Yes.
huge role as to why Classic is so good. We'll talk about that in just a little bit.
Also, the transmog
Why is progression important to MMORPGs and RPGs in general? Well, first and foremost, progression creates a sense of growth in a player's mind, a sense of development in a player's mind. I feel like I'm getting stronger over time. And with growth
Very
comes
true.
investment. When you work on something, guys, I don't care if it's video games, I don't care if it's real life, studies, whatever it is. When you
Yes.
start to grow in something that you're pursuing, when you're becoming better at it or stronger at it, you start to become more and more invested in that thing. And when you become more invested in that thing, you start to feel a sense of achievement. The longer you do something, the more invested you are into that thing, you will start to accomplish goals.
I didn't want to pause it, but I just wanted to say one thing that's really important, which is what he's saying, a sense of achievement. A sense of achievement is something that is internal. Giving someone an achievement is something that is external. Blizzard has traded out the external or internal rewards that people would achieve themselves and that internal fulfillment and investment with external rewards that Blizzard gives to them. It's the difference between an internal reward versus
Just a little
external
laggy.
reward. Sense of achievement is what really mattered. The sense of it, the internal feeling that you had.
Undeniably, you will start to accomplish goals, whether it be fitness goals or video game goals or something like that. The longer you're invested in something, the more goals you will achieve. And the more goals you achieve, the more you will continue doing that thing that you are doing. Whether it be
Yes.
playing video games, whether it be fitness, whether it be anything in life, studies, again, anything in life. The longer you are doing that thing, the more invested you are in doing it, the more goals you accomplish in it, the less likely you will leave that thing, whatever it is.
So I'm never
this
gonna
is
quit.
like
Okay.
basic human psychology 101, carrot on a stick. I mean, I'm not saying anything new or revolutionary here. This is just basic human psychology. So now that we understand why progression is important, it's time to see how the classic WoW team, the vanilla WoW developers, tackled progression and what their philosophy was behind their progression systems in vanilla. So let's talk about the classic WoW progression philosophy. So number one, progression is moderately exponential in classic WoW, but it's mostly linear. Meaning that over the course
You're
of
not gonna have the shit
time,
that you
the
had in
growth
Legion.
that you achieve with your character is proportional to how much time you put into the game. There's very rarely any big progression spikes where all of a sudden, you know, boom, you're really, really strong. You're a lot stronger than you were just one level ago. Doesn't really happen in classic WoW. It's a lot more linear, which is one of the reasons why you guys may have seen clips of like level 40 twinks killing level 60s out in the world or something like that. That is because there is no big exponential jump in the classic
Maybe like
WoW
level
leveling
17
process.
hunters.
And kind of going hand in hand with that, the progression is incremental,
24 druids.
yet impactful. Every level you gain gives you a small incremental boost, whether it be in the form of a talent point or a couple of new abilities. Instead of waiting for specific thresholds or specific level brackets to boost your power up tremendously. Doesn't work like that in vanilla. It's very slow, it's very incremental, it's very over time. But at the same time, you also have some major milestones that are sprinkled in for variety and to keep things interesting. And some of the milestones I'm talking about are things like talent milestones. The first level 30 talent you get, the 21-point talent you get at level 30.
That was
your
like your
level 40
capstone
talent, that's also a big milestone in your character. You have ability milestones, like for example, you know, getting the ability Whirlwind at level 36. It's a huge deal for warriors. It's a big milestone because it's your first instant attack ability. And finally,
That's
most
right.
importantly in my opinion, You are rewarded
I'm
proportionally.
gonna go over
to
here
the
just
effort
because.
given in the game.
Proportionally.
What does that mean? It means if you put X hours into the game, you are rewarded with Y power. And
Yes.
that relationship is direct and proportional. The more time you put into the game, the more effort you put into the game, the more you are rewarded. There are basically no shortcuts. There is no way to somehow gain a vast amount of power in Classic WoW without putting the time and effort into it. There's no Titan forging, there's no LFR. There is nothing that is going to reward you disproportionately to the effort that you put into the game. It's a very important concept. It has to do with exclusivity and a lot of other stuff in games, but to me, this is the most important one. But if you look at this graph here, I've titled it the Classic WoW Character Progression Chart. You will see on the x-axis, we have the playtime elapsed, how long you've played the game in /days played.
Right.
And on the y-axis, we have power gain. And I put this in generic units. I mean, those numbers could be anything.
Okay.
Don't worry about it too much. The important thing to look at is the curve of this graph. The longer you play the game, the more power you will gain in a mostly linear, slightly exponential format. And that's what we're seeing here in this graph. As we said, the rewards you get, the power you gain, is rewarded proportionally to the effort you put into the game. Now, what does that power come in the form of? Incremental gains. As
Pretty sure you have to summon these dragons.
+1 talent point per level. Things like +5 weapon skills per weapon per level.
Or they spawn randomly, I don't remember. They like alternate spawns and despawn.
Your defense skill. I mean, do people even know what that is anymore? You had a defense skill back in vanilla. Every class used to have this.
I hated that.
And you would gain +5 defense skill, or you could level +5 more defense skill every level in vanilla. You also gain new abilities every 2 levels. You're able to go back to your class trainer and purchase new abilities every 2 levels. On top of that, you get new class quests every 10
Bless
levels.
you.
Again, another little incremental power gain. Class quests usually unlock new class abilities. They unlock sometimes new weapons. Sometimes they unlock demons like warlocks.
Oh, I forgot. I never.
Mounts like warlocks and paladins.
I never did that
again,
with
just
the
another small
swan.
thing that helps your character become stronger over time. So what do these incremental gains look like in the actual game? Well, here's a graph. But basically what you're seeing right now is all of the different incremental progression that's gained on a level-by-level basis from level 10 to level 30.
It's not the crazy shit we have now.
You unlock your first talent point. You get your level 10 class quest.
It's an actual
You
graph.
get 6 new abilities. You
Look
get
at this.
+5 weapon skill,
You put
+5
work into
defense,
this shit.
and you get to train different weapons. This is, of course, for warriors. I should have specified that before. This is specific to warriors. Every class has
Oh,
the
okay.
number of abilities they get per level. At level 18, you get a big gear milestone, for example. If you are an orc warrior, you unlock
get
the
the
crescent
shoulders
staff,
of the
which
helmet?
is a big deal.
Yeah.
Changes how much damage you do significantly in the game. Very big gear milestone for warriors. At level 20, you get your 20 class quest, and you unlock dual wielding, which again is another big milestone. You get your level 20 class quest, which is the brutal armor quest line, and so on and so forth. All of these small incremental gains, more talent points, more abilities, etc. Until obviously at level 30, you get your major talent milestone, your 21-point talent.
That doesn't do
You use
anything.
Sweeping
Dual wield,
strikes,
boys.
which is a major ability. More abilities, so on and so forth. Your level 30 class quests, obviously getting your Berserker stance and your major weapon milestone, getting your Whirlwind Axe. These are of the many different incremental gains that you gain as you're leveling up in vanilla from 1 to 30. So we talked about Classic WoW's progression philosophy, and I showed you guys a couple of visuals to supplement what I was telling you. Now we're going to talk about modern WoW progression philosophy. Spoiler alert, it freaking sucks, man. But let's go into the progression philosophy slide. In modern WoW, it is grossly exponential, which means that at some points during the progression path, you absolutely spike up in power. There is no linearity whatsoever. Nothing is proportional. You just spike up at certain thresholds, at certain level brackets. Grossly exponential. Number 2, progress is only felt at spread out milestones. There's no talent points except the ones that you get every 15 levels.
Oh, wow.
You don't purchase abilities at vendors anymore, and your abilities don't even upgrade.
Purchase
your abilities
at the
naturally
store.
get stronger over time, but you can't even really notice it, honestly. There are very few milestones, very, very few milestones. And the milestones that you do reach hardly affect gameplay because everything dies instantly anyways. And a lot of that has to do with how easy leveling is in retail WoW today. Things roll over and die like that. So even when you hit level 65 as a warrior, for example, and you get your Bladestorm ability, Well, guess what? You were already knocking things down in 2 hits anyways. So that Blade Storm,
Doesn't even make
its
a difference.
effect isn't really felt. It doesn't change the way you play the game in the same way that getting Whirlwind at level 36 changes the way you play the game in
You
vanilla.
didn't have
WoW.
any AoE
And
abilities
finally,
before
my
that.
biggest
Alright, perfect.
grievance with modern World of Warcraft, you are rewarded disproportionately to the effort given. Meaning that sometimes you don't have to put a lot of
Titan
effort into the
forging.
game and you are just rewarded crazy amounts via LFR, Titan Forging, stuff like that. And then at the same time, sometimes you put a
There you go.
grossly large amount of effort into the game and you're not rewarded at all. And again, Titan Forging plays into that a lot. Imagine you having to run the same dungeon over and over again, not able to get an upgrade, no matter how many times you've done that Mythic Keystone or that dungeon because of the RNG systems in the game.
How
what does
fun.
that look like? This. As you can see, for your first couple of days playing
That's
the
a
game,
graph.
you are basically moving sideways. You're barely gaining any power. You're barely gaining any talents. You're not really
That's a
getting
graph.
anything at all in terms of power gains. Until, boom, after about 72 hours played, 3 days played, you're getting ready to hit max level. You hit the level 110 threshold, and you just fly ahead. You just become so much stronger relative to what you were before until you hit level 120. And on top of that, at level 120, you get all of your super fast gear upgrades, your 340 item levels from your chest. You do all of the different dailies. You kill your world boss.
Hey, how's it going there, Ellen?
And you are sitting
assuming
at,
those
let's
are
say,
supposed to
item
be
level
E's.
350, for example. From here on out, from 350 onwards, things change dramatically.
Talking shit
And
to her,
unfortunately, at this
Huh?
point onwards,
You talking shit to
you are
her?
no longer...
No, Ellen.
Actually, you are still disproportionately
I don't
rewarded,
know.
except on the other side of the spectrum. You're putting way too much time into the game
Random
for
fucking
very,
rewards,
very
dude.
marginal upgrades. Maybe the occasional +5 Titan Forge, +10 Titan Forge, something like that. You're having to grind a significant amount just to get very, very small gains. And guys, I don't need to say this. I know you guys are thinking it right now. This feels like crap. Does not feel rewarding. Does not feel satisfying at all. There are no incremental gains. I mean, it's just like...
I just want to stop real quick and talk about one thing, is that I do think this graph does make a little bit of sense, but I don't think that it caps out this early. I think that it would cap out somewhere around like normal mode progression, and then the gains are like much more tapered off. Like as soon as you get up to like normal between like heroic, the amount of progress that you make after that is very, very small compared to the amount of progress that you make in this period right here. I don't think it's this pronounced, but it is closer to this than it is the classic graph.
You're getting nothing, and then boom, you're getting everything, and then boom, you're getting nothing again. Instead of getting 1 talent point every level, you get
That
1
should
talent
be
point
shift
every 15
9.
levels. Instead of getting new abilities every 2 levels,
I'll have to look into
you
that.
get your abilities once. You don't have to go to the trainer for them. And then after that, they upgrade by themselves, and you don't even notice when they do. It doesn't even tell you, oh my god, your Whirlwind got stronger, or your Mortal Strike got stronger. You have no idea. You won't even notice. And of course, there are no more class quests in the game. So that Whirlwind axe, no. There are no new armor types. You can't unlock plate. You already get that at level 1. There's no weapon.
I'm gonna
tree
leave
to
my
unlock. You
mount
can't unlock
on
your
Shift
dual-wielding
Z,
ability for a rogue at level 10.
just because
You
that's
don't
where
have
it
to- You don't have
is.
to train your hunter pet. You don't have to unlock your warlock.
And my,
pets, I think,
Burning
or at least some
Crusade
of them. You don't have
server.
to unlock them anymore. You don't have to do a quest.
don't have to
for
do
them.
any of
But
that
if you
shit,
do
dude.
reach a milestone,
No,
you don't even
of course
feel
not.
it because the mobs that you're killing out in the world are so easy to kill anyways. You don't have to use these newfound abilities, this newfound power to take
And
Okay,
they
so
scale.
why isn't
Oh,
this
boy.
showing?
Freaking roll over and die. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use your freaking death wish or your battle cry or whatever
is.
cooldowns you have in the game because the mobs are dying in 2 shots anyways. So how do the modern WoW incremental upgrades manifest themselves in the game? Well, here's a chart. And right away, I'm sure you guys noticed the difference between this chart and the classic WoW chart. Very few incremental upgrades. Again, you no longer have talent points every level. You no longer have abilities every 2 levels. You no longer have your weapon skill. You no longer have defense. You no longer have class quests. There are so many things that are missing from this chart.
basically
I'm sure
nothing.
some of you guys are looking at this saying, well, Tips, this is unfair. You compared 1 to 30 in Vanilla WoW to 1 to 30 in BFA, but 1 to 30 in Vanilla WoW takes a lot longer. You should compare apples to apples.
That is true.
For those of you that are criticizing this chart, don't worry,
Okay.
I've got you covered because I've actually done this same exercise, taking
level
it all the way
90.
to
You know, it
level
just
90
dawned on
instead
me
of level 30. Depending
what
on your skill level in
the
vanilla,
saying
you can do this in
comparing
vanilla.
apples to
It'll probably take you
apples
around
means.
40-ish hours, 45 hours to reach level 30, especially if you're new at the game. And approximately that
What?
same amount of time will get you to level 90 in BFA.
'Cause,
These are
like,
just guesstimates, so to speak. So getting to
why
level
would you
90,
compare
you
apples
only
to
unlock 11
apples?
abilities
Well,
in
there's
Battle for
multiple different
Azeroth
kinds of
versus
apples.
That's
over 50
right.
abilities that you unlock
Yeah.
in Classic WoW.
That
This is
just
for
dawned
warriors.
on me.
You only
But then
unlock
some
6
people
talent
use
points
it in a
versus
different
21
sense where they,
that you unlock
You're
if you're comparing two things that are identical, they say you're comparing apples to apples.
Well, defense isn't even in the game.
No significant
that's when you
go
milestones
defense
beyond
anymore.
the
Honey
abilities that
crisps to
again
Honey
are
crisps.
worthless.
You just take the
because
hits
you're already killing
or
things
not.
in 2 shots anyways. You don't feel the impact of those abilities at
You're
all.
comparing
Two shots,
Macintosh to
pushing 2 cards
Macintosh,
head-to-head
and then
as
they'll
we
be
have
like,
here,
I don't
you
own
can
a Mac.
clearly see the difference. You can clearly see why Classic WoW's progression feels so much better than BFA's progression. Every single level you gain comes with something new, whether it be a talent point, an ability, you know, getting your whirlwind axe. You know, every class has a different slate of milestones.
That's fine.
Getting that big level 30 talent point, that's a huge one for a lot of classes. You feel your character slowly journeying from that nameless adventure to that renowned
The journey
champion.
is what matters,
You feel
dude.
it happening
There it
slowly.
is.
You take it in. You feel that growth.
Look at the
and it
graphs.
makes you more and more invested.
You take it in, you feel that
There is no
growth.
solid progression formula in modern
What?
WoW. You don't feel like you're developing. You don't feel like you're growing. You could go 40 levels.
I'm
you don't
talking
even
about
feel
the
it. You have
difference
no idea.
between
You've got, like,
old
no
WoW
abilities.
progression and
It's
retail
absolutely
WoW.
crazy. And when you see these two charts
Well,
side by
scaling,
side,
it's
you,
not
you see
wrong.
the difference. I
It's
mean,
really not.
holy God. in
Actually,
one
I kinda
game,
want
it actually
this
feels like an RPG.
here.
In the other game, it feels like you're playing some like max level action MMO. And maybe that's what modern WoW is today, and that's totally fine. But that scratches a very, very different itch from classic WoW and the traditional MMORPG experience.
This guy says he
And,
has
I'm not trying to bash
itches.
Blizzard here or criticize the game.
Why not?
This is more of a thank God for classic WoW type of video, not so much a bashing BFA video.
What
So
the
again,
fuck?
seeing them
I
side
can
by
do
side,
that.
it's very easy to see why classic WoW breeds so much more character investment than modern WoW. And finally, these are the
Alright,
two
something's
graphs
gonna
showing
have
the
to go
grading
over
side by
here.
side. This is the graph that I basically
Probably
created on
by
stream the other
teleport.
day in Paint.
Yeah.
This is the one that went kind of viral. As you can see, the classic WoW progression formula versus BFA
I want my
progression,
wards next to each other.
starkly different approaches. Classic WoW, very linear. You're rewarded proportionally per level, whereas BFA, it's exponential. There's a huge spike at max level. Your character basically grows nothing, then grows insane, and then grows basically nothing again.
Yeah.
Incredibly, incredibly frustrating. I don't think it appeals to basic human psychology. I
No,
think the carrot on the stick is
apparently
not
not.
placed properly at all. I think it's horribly paced. But
Do
yeah,
an audio
this is,
check,
this is the
okay.
graph that went viral, so I figured I'd include it here. So in conclusion, what are we rambling about here?
Oh,
In conclusion, Classic WoW's progression model is excellent because it rewards players incrementally and at a good pace, increasing player development, investment, and sense of achievement. That is why
sense of
it is
achievement.
great. And unfortunately, modern WoW's progression model is poor because there is very little incremental character growth and power gains are virtually unfelt until max level, leaving players uninvested and unsatisfied in their characters, resulting in less retention. I think people are leaving the game during the leveling process because they do not feel invested in their characters.
It doesn't
I
matter.
feel a lot more invested in like a level 21 character that I played on vanilla than my max level 120 character that I've had since vanilla. And I think that's really, really sad. And again, I don't think this is because of nostalgia. I don't think this is because I played World of Warcraft back in the day and I'm fond of it. I just think on a basic human psychology level, the way you are rewarded in Classic WoW is more appealing than the way you are rewarded in Modern WoW. But what do you guys think? Forget me, I'm just rambling here. It's frickin' 8:56 a.m. I've got to fire up my stream. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear from you guys on this topic. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. I will read them all and I will go over.
No, you won't. They always say they're gonna read them all. They never read them all.
What?
Comments in their videos.
No, they only read like the top 20.
Yep.
Really fucking annoying, honestly.
World of Warcraft Classic, patch 1.13.
This is dope.
This is it right here, boys.
Where's the ogres?
There we go.
We're supposed to be ogres.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, I could probably do
That's
Diarmal.
some shit right there, dude.
That's the shit right there, man. And look at like the old graphics, man.
I know.
Like, I haven't seen
Dude,
this.
look at
in
the
so-
fire. Look at the fire, dude.
It's good, man. It's good. I'm happy. Wow. I've never been excited for a 14-year-old game this much.
That's kind of weird to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually.
Oops.
Okay, let's see what this is. You're gonna hate Classic WoW. I sure did. Who's this guy, Brandon Rogers? Look at that hair, man. Why does every YouTuber have good hair? It's a good thing I moved over to Twitch. All right, let's take a look at this.
It sucked.
Okay, here I want to make sure we get this this intro here. Look at these figurines. He's got a little link to the past. That's what is that, like gay Ganondorf? I don't even know what the hell that is. The Millennium Falcon over there. Okay. All right. Let's go.
It sucked.
It sucked. Okay.
I made a mistake recently, and I resubscribed to World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I saw the news about the expansion coming out, Battle for Azeroth, and I kind of got caught up in the hype. I wanted to come back and see what the game looked like
That was like
after
2 months ago.
a few
Okay.
years. I haven't played since Mists of Pandaria.
I wonder how many quests there are here for Horde, because I've actually never
Ever
been
since
here
the
on the
very
Horde
beginning
side.
of the game, even technically before, because I played in the open beta as a dwarf mage, I remember. My first character was a level 60 paladin.
Could they be
And
mages back then?
I'd like to call back to my experience of classic World of Warcraft.
Okay.
To, I guess, warn people, or to remind those
Okay.
people who had experienced the game before, that I don't think people are going to take to classic World of Warcraft the way some people think they will.
Ooh, okay.
We need to remember that
A different opinion.
World of Warcraft is 15 years old at this point. I discovered, this was unrelated to me resubscribing, but after I got back into the game, I discovered that there would be some demo servers up for BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And then eventually,
Well, there are a
I
few
think in
quests here.
2019, Classic World of Warcraft will be making a comeback, which
That's
is very
true.
interesting to me, and I think may very well be the first case of a HD remake of an MMORPG. But a 15-year-old game will show its age, just as I am. I am just turned 29 years old.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That means I was 14 or 15 when I first started playing the World of Warcraft.
All right.
Are those better than what I have?
Reasons that
No.
people will perhaps hate Classic as much as I do, while I remember it fondly, I think I hate it. I think I hated it because, first of all, the leveling takes too freaking long.
Too freaking long.
I remember
Too freaking long.
when I had time. I don't have time anymore. I'm 29 years old, and even though I'm not married,
Yeah, you
I don't
do.
have a family,
How you get the
I
figurines?
do have a job.
How you
So
make
I
the
have
Gundam
at most maybe 1 or 2 hours a day
to
to
make
sink.
figurines?
Yeah, I am gonna do these.
Period.
Okay.
And if
I
I'm playing
think,
World of
yeah.
Warcraft, that means that's pretty much the only thing that I'm playing. And it's a banner day if I can play it for 2 hours. And what's great playing
What do you
modern
do?
World of Warcraft, and I guess
Alright, I need to get a dungeon group together, apparently.
is that you can level pretty quickly. Actually, just before making dinner in the precious hour that I had after work, I was able to level up from 35 to 37 on my warrior. Go back in time 15 years. Let's time walk back 15 years. And you can maybe level
Try to
up
keep him around my level,
36 in
preferably.
maybe like an evening when all you do is play World of Warcraft for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
As I could have done.
Yeah.
Back in high school, back when I had no obligations, back when I could just come home at 3 o'clock and do whatever I wanted
Those were the
because I was a
days.
kid. Remember that World of Warcraft saw its biggest expansion and its biggest numbers from Classic all the way through Wrath of the Lich King.
That's true.
That was when I was about 15 to 20 years old, when I was still in school and I didn't really have a job, you know, during the semesters. That means I had so much time that I could use to play World of Warcraft
Quit pausing.
and still have other hobbies. I could still watch TV. I could still watch movies. But now,
How is watching
my
TV a
leisure
hobby?
time means that
I think he has to be in the party to respond.
against, you know, painting miniatures or reading a book.
I told you.
God forbid I actually learn something instead of whacking away at gnolls for an hour a day.
Yeah.
And we also need to think about what happened when you got to the end game.
Okay.
I was a level 60 paladin.
Alright, we try 54.
I was going into Stratholme. I
This
was
guy
raiding
reads
the
books.
birds, both L and U. Eventually, I joined a guild, and maybe
I think 32 points is all you can
we
put in.
get
Or no, wait.
to go into Molten Core on a Saturday evening.
All right.
I think I played that paladin for a good 3 or 4 months.
Let me check
at
the
That's
and I
good.
did not
the
get
talent tree
a
builds.
single tier
I'm not
5.
sure if the bots will
None of the
actually
companies
build a
did.
tank
I
druid or
barely
not
made it.
in vanilla.
I had
It's
no
probably for the
aspirations to
best.
get tier 1. But tier 0.5, the blues, the best blues you could get at level 60. I think it was Lightforge. Maybe. I can't remember
Soulforge.
exactly.
Actually.
I did not get a single blue for my paladin after playing for months
Casuals.
at the maximum level. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Maybe I just wasn't
Probably a
doing
lot.
anything right. I thought I was okay. We did alright. We didn't wipe too often. But the gear, it just wouldn't drop. Because remember, bosses would only drop.
Well, no, he'll actually
you know, a
name
couple
his
days a
build.
year.
That's right.
And
I'm gonna invite him.
If it dropped a priest, Spalders, and there wasn't even a priest in the group.
Yeah.
Well,
You should have brought a priest.
I guess someone's got to make use of it. It's not going to be me. Not
Barrel
anyone else.
combat. That's not on here.
So the gear was an issue. But now, gear's great. I haven't gotten to the end game content yet. But even in Wrath of the Lich King,
What's the
getting gear
link?
was so fun. It was so cool. Even if
202151.
you could at least get the tokens. You could do the daily quests.
Okay, there's 2 of those.
Build up currency and then buy the gear that you needed. I remember playing a druid. I got a druid
sounds like a great
level
idea.
80 or whatever the Wrath.
That's a great
max
idea.
was. And I was able to gear out my druid. I even think I got 2 sets for my druid.
5-3.
Do the 2 different specializations.
So he's actually not.
And I could do DPS.
You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try using him as a tank.
The level 60 shaman that I
And
played for
vanilla.
a few months. I was able to at best get 2 tier 0.5 blues after raiding for those months. And they weren't even 40-man raids. That was 15-man raids.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a
People could
56
gear
though to
fast
make
that
up
way
for
back
him.
in the day. No, they could not.
Okay.
So time and gear.
Yes.
My time now is scarce, and 15 years ago, the gear was scarce.
Yeah.
Now, the last warning I want to issue to those of you who will go and play Classic
I still want a
WoW
warlock,
next
though.
year, whenever it does, is I think you need to keep your expectations in check in terms of, I guess you could say, community.
That's
Now,
true.
you have to remember back
Yeah, that is true.
in the year 2004,
Yes.
Can I share this one? Probably not.
we actually had
Oh,
to
I can.
look around
Okay.
for people not via the looking for group or the looking for raid, I guess you could say technology that they've developed over the last few years.
The bad
But
stuff.
you had to type in chat. You had to join a guild. You had to actually talk to people. Now, I do feel that that sense of community is lost in the current game. You join a dungeon group.
What's this
and you're all
combat
kind of
strategy here?
walking together towards the end, but you're not really
Bear.
coordinating. You know, hopefully you've got a competent tank. I'm a warrior, and I
Wonderful.
know how to tank.
That's what I like to see.
But hopefully your healer knows what they're doing.
I'm about to see a druid tank in vanilla for the first time.
Can, you know, get in a few hits now and then.
All these dramatic
And all together,
Are they really as bad as people say they are? Or were? Or are? We are in the present, aren't we?
get to the end.
You're all One Direction.
Whereas back then,
It's his favorite band.
you had to steal tanks from other guilds. You had to steal healers from other guilds. You had to hope to God that someone was actually reading the general chat in Stormwind or wherever.
That's right.
You were looking for people. You actually
That
had to
is fucking
coordinate your
right.
groups so that you could make it to the
Yeah.
instance entrance.
Yeah.
You don't got to do that anymore.
No, you don't have to.
It behooved you to enter a guild.
What?
So that you had a much easier time of forming these parties.
To make
To do
friends.
quests. To go into
Behooved?
To go into battlegrounds.
What?
And you made a
Oh,
lot
did you
of
do
friends
that
along
yourself?
I
Hold on,
did.
there's no hole.
I was a part of a couple guilds.
I don't have
No more hole. What good are you?
I
Human
love the way he
Paladin.
talks.
We were the angels of.
You have your other hole though.
And
I like how he says it with
we
a
were a
smile.
merry band of warriors.
I can
We
just wrench you
got
out real
TeamSpeak.
good.
Remember TeamSpeak? There was no Discord back then. It was TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I
You
did
hope to
that
God
too.
that someone was paying the like $5 a month, so you could
Alright,
host
that's all
more
the
than
labor
5
I'm doing
people in a
today.
server.
Ours got shut down because we didn't.
You're in labor.
I talked to a lot of people
That's
back
all the labor
then.
I'm
I didn't
doing
really have a
today.
lot of friends
Okay.
at school, so I made internet friends.
What a surprise.
Who I never met in real life, but
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time talking to on those TeamSpeak or Ventrilo servers.
I did too.
Even in Wrath of the Lich King, where I was in college, I had more friends. I had a very tight-knit group of friends, but I was the
All
only
right.
one who played World of Warcraft.
Let's see it in action.
A
What a
couple of
nerd.
internet friends who I unfortunately don't talk to anymore, but I had people that I could rely on to go out and form parties.
Yeah.
And it was fun getting to know them and hearing the stories of, you know, of their life
I
and where
thought
they
this
lived.
is why not to play Classic WoW.
You don't really get that much now.
No, you
And
don't.
honestly, I need to warn you, when you look back with those nostalgic feelings to the times 15 years ago,
Okay.
Skid 'em.
you're probably not going to get that again, for one reason or another.
Okay.
First of all,
Skid 'em.
the friends you had
Oh,
15
shit.
years ago, unless you're
Skid 'em.
lucky, aren't going to be there. Your guilds from 2004, 2005 aren't coming back.
Actually, my guild might. Yeah.
And
See what happens.
Well,
unless
fuck it.
Classic holds, unless there's enough people to satisfy that demand and keep those servers full,
You gonna hold the aggro
people
though?
are going to have a hard time. Sorry. Someone just pulled up outside, and because of my paper-thin walls, I'm just hearing some J-pop as I'm talking about the nostalgic times of old. And so I want to warn everyone watching this video and thinking about playing.
I'm pretty sure Bear is.
How could he identify
played
as
Classic
J-pop
before-
instead of K-pop?
Remember how much it
Think
sucked.
about that.
And if you're going to get into
Yeah.
Classic because you have never experienced it, you've been warned.
Is it really that funny?
I've been Jay Contra. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and mahalo. See you next.
So this
Hey there guys, my name is Nixium, And as you probably are well aware of, the classic demo has been available for those of us who bought virtual tickets or
Alright.
those of us that attended BlizzCon this year. Now,
right.
I've been playing it over on Twitch, but later in the evening after the stream was done, I decided to hop
Hold
on
that
the
aggro,
game
asshole.
alone. No stream, none of that. And I decided to play the game solo.
He's not even
rather
doing
than
anything.
having an entire army of people following me around. Pretty much, I decided to play Classic the way it's meant to be played. Not as a YouTuber or a streamer, but as a simple gamer sitting in my room at night, enjoying what the World of Warcraft had to offer to me. And this is my story from the Classic WoW demo. I began by rolling a Night Elf Rogue, a class that I might end up playing come Classic WoW's official release.
I'm sorry
I
to
wanted
hear
to
that.
try
Okay, he
out the
attacked him
class
there.
feel for it,
Get
and
the
see if I
aggro.
would enjoy it. I designed him, I named him, and I logged into the world. Immediately, I was greeted by
There
two
we
quest
go.
givers that tasked me with the following. Go kill some
That's actually a
Defias
really
near
good
a
filter.
cave in the north, and kill some gnolls and collect their paws.
Yep.
Easy enough.
Can I inspect talents in
text,
vanilla? I
moved
don't think
my
I
way
can.
northward
No.
Towards the mine that I was told the Defias would be at, all while
Dude, don't
trying
smile.
out my new abilities on lower level mobs along the way. Upon reaching the mine, I was greeted to a host of enemies to slaughter, who I quickly made easy pickings of. Or well, at first I did. In reality, I ended up getting myself killed because I was playing the game like an idiot. I was forgetting about the necessity of crowd controlling, being careful, corner pulling, line of sight,
This might
and all
not
of
work.
that stuff. Because
All
of
that
that,
stuff.
I had to do a death run across the entire zone, and upon rezzing, I
The hell is this
started to
guy
play the
doing
game
here?
more serious. This is vanilla, I told myself.
Gonna try to solo the
Don't mess
instance, is he?
around, Nixium. Now I
Don't
was
let me
playing
catch you
more
slipping up.
safely. I was carefully pulling mobs and being
Yeah,
careful
sad.
not to pull aggro from other mobs in the area. But I admit that there was a side of me that wanted to live a little bit more dangerously, you know? Because,
What's that
you see,
picture?
right in front of me, almost mockingly so, was the mine that the Defias were based in. I was curious,
Rogue
what
Season
is
2.
in that cave? Could there be a treasure chest, maybe? Maybe just a ton of mobs. Maybe the only thing in there was my inevitable death. Either way, I really wanted to find out. I wanted to see what was hidden back there, but I knew that there was no way I would be able to fight my way to the back of the mine alone. There's just too many mobs. But wait, I wouldn't have to fight all the way to the back of the mine. After all, I am a rogue. I can't say I've ever done this before, but I threw on stealth and I carefully crept my way into the Defias-controlled mine.
That's true.
I weaved past mobs who could sense my presence. I carefully
He is
maneuvered
trying to
my
get the
way through
aggro, so he
hole.
is tanking.
I felt nervous and uneasy,
Kind
knowing
of.
that if I got caught, there was no way my character would survive. Eventually, I reached the final room, however, and would you look at that? There was a treasure chest, but the only problem is that it was very well guarded. I had to play it smart. I had to play this safe. Going into a back corner of the room, I began to kill the mobs one by one, pulling them away from one another and using CC to my advantage. I quickly discovered, though, that the kobold diggers are broken, and they run really fast to find the nearest ally to help them. And, that was a nice surprise. I didn't die, though, and I did manage
went
to
to
clear
sap
the
one of
room,
them?
and would you look at that? That is me looting the treasure chest and claiming the rewards inside. Nothing I can use, mind you,
great
but
item.
damn, that stuff is gonna
Bastard
fetch
sword.
a pretty penny back at the vendor. I made my way out of the cave then, feeling as if I had conquered it, not only through combat,
evasion
but also
whenever you
because I
had two
had
mobs getting on him?
successfully used my stealth as a rogue to reach the back of the room and claim the treasure within.
True.
I continued farming the Defias, I finished the quest, and I moved on to the Gnoll quest on my agenda, feeling confident of what lay ahead. The Gnolls were not too high level to me, so killing most of them came with ease. However, when they were grouped up in packs, I had to think carefully. I had
I
to
remember
pull
those
from a
packs,
certain
man.
point as to only aggro 3 instead of 4. I had to ensure I continuously gouged one of the extra targets so I could take him temporarily out of the fight. I needed my evasion ability, and I had to make sure I used my attack powers properly given the situation. It was difficult at times, and I admit that I did
Zero
die
health.
once again, but I learned
I'll go
And I
ahead and
got
kill this
better.
hyena real quick.
I found treasures on the knolls,
Or
including
not.
new pieces of gear for me, as well as an armor scroll that made me feel unstoppable. After getting new gear and a bonus to my armor, I went through these guys like a wrecking ball, but I was still careful not to get too cocky. After all, cockiness is the death of many an adventurer in Classic WoW. It was epic though, to feel like I owned this coastline after a while, and I felt like nothing could stop Enthoriel's reign of terror on the Gnollish people of Westfall. Eventually though, I finished my quest, I hearthed back home to Sentinel Hill, and I reaped the rewards of my success. I sold the treasures I had stolen from the Defias, the loot I had claimed from the Gnolls, and I was ready for a new adventure and a new set of challenges to begin. I was told to go west to a cave hidden near the coast where more powerful Defias had been raiding local farms and to slaughter them for the people's militia. I went west, passing over the rolling hills and seeing the burned down fields and homes of former farmers. I descended then into a crack in the landscape, and there waiting for me was another cave, like the one before.
Oh, the warlock pet's actually working.
Cocky this time. These guys were higher level.
That's
and they
nice.
were mages too. Mages. Wait a second. Remember those burned down farms I just mentioned? I bet that these guys were the ones who lore-wise lit those farms on fire nearby and burned down those homes. As they charged their fireballs at me, I made that very simple lore connection that the game did not tell me, and I felt all the more inclined to dispense justice upon these Defias for their crimes against the people of Westfall.
Think about that.
This made the quest even more immersive for me. I quickly realized after one pull of a mage, however, that these guys were not a joke. Their fireballs hurt a lot.
True.
And if
What'd
you
you say,
wanted to
Tits?
survive,
Talking
at
to the
least at my
dog.
level, you needed to learn how to kick those spells. It was a quick lesson, and I did my best to apply it, but sometimes I would lose focus, and I'd almost lose my head in the process. Either way, I cleared the front of the cave, and yet again, that temptation to see what was inside vexed me. I stealthed, and like before, I made my way into the cavern's depths, dodging mobs once again, feeling like a pro at playing a rogue, despite having played less than an hour. And there, waiting for me at the back, was another treasure chest. Like the first one though, this chest too was guarded, protected by powerful foes that I just couldn't quite contend with. My CC failed, my choices were poor, despite getting healing potions,
He's already playing
just couldn't
the
do
death
it,
music.
man. And for my recklessness, I was killed right at the base of the treasure chest that I had so greedily sought. And I admit that my last thought as my character died was, man, if only I had come here with a friend.
Who needs combustion when I crit most of the time anyway?
Imagine having friends.
After my death, my time was near expiring. I decided to log out. And that, my friends, was my classic WoW adventure on my rogue, Enthoriel. How was it, you might be wondering, though? How was it to be given a rogue and dropped into Westfall at level 15 and told, go make your own adventure? To not have my hand held and to just explore the world as I saw fit. How was it?
I like this.
Well, I think you guys know the answer, but I'll let you all decide on that in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, though, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the adventure I
Oh, you're not gonna read them.
What TBC announcement? Apparently some guy made a video about me. I do, like, I'll be honest, I'm gonna watch the video that was made about me. Yeah. Let me see, what was his name? Just a second. Let me see if I can find what was, it was like Aquilon or some kind of shit, right? Whatever it is. Yeah, just a second. I think that's the name, right? Aquilon? Oh, this is it. Oh, wow. Blizzard to Asmongold. No, you are not welcome here. Oh boy. I don't know if I should even watch this on stream. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this seems like a little bit too much drama. Watch Siege of Orgrimmar? No, I'm not gonna watch any more stuff.
here, and welcome back. And I was hoping someone else would cover this.
Oh, this is that thing. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to get too into that, honestly. Yeah, this is just like more drama. Like, I'll probably watch it off stream, but I don't want to kind of like. The thing with this is like, whenever I talked about it on stream originally, like the BlizzCon thing that happened, in order for me to like tell the whole story, I would have to, I guess, break people's trust of things that people told me on, you know, like privately that they didn't want me to share. And I don't think I'm gonna do that. So the issue with that is I probably shouldn't have talked about it unless I was willing to kind of like expose what people had said. And in retrospect, it was probably a mistake unless I was really willing to do that, which I didn't really think. I was surprised so many people would just assume that I was lying, which I thought was kind of weird. Link it? Yeah, I can link it and break their trust. No, it's okay, man. Watch The Greatest Fate and WoW, equip himself. Not right now. Watch Fall. Let's see. Don't fuck people if you don't have to. Fuck chat. Well, no, it's not really about that. Like, it's a lot more complicated than just like not talking about it or anything similar to that. Watch it. You promise watching it? Look, dude. Like, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, relax. Like, it's not gonna happen. The reason I'm not gonna watch it is because it's gonna be like, so nobody understood what happened, right? Nobody was able to like put the pieces together, which I thought were pretty easy to put together, but nobody did. So
anyway, I thought that was gonna be interesting, but I guess not. I guess I'll watch this. Actually, I didn't even mean to click on that.
Not unreal.
Now I'm gonna have to scroll all the way down again. Oh, no worries, bro. I've been actually fortunate to be on as much as I have been. My work schedule's kind of stabilized. So. Kinda, yeah. Hours are kind of shit right now, though. Where is that video? Or did I already pass it? Coming up. Coming up.
How's it look?
There we go.
That
Very nice.
looks silly.
Yeah, well, you know, you put your ass in my face, that's what happens.
I still need to know how the sew job is.
The blowjob?
The sew job.
The sew job.
Is it bad? Is it good? You see through it?
No. Do it again.
Do what again?
Just so job. He asked me if I could see through it. I said no, do it again. What the hell, man? I don't even know where I was
But
here. How am I? Tired. I gotta go to the dentist later. I was planning on going to bed early. My dentist appointment's at 4:10 because I made it forever ago. I hate making dentist appointments because you make them 6 months in advance, and it's just like, you know, you might as well just go bring a dartboard with you, or like a clock that can be used as a dartboard, and you just kind of you throw a red dart for the hour, and then you throw a blue dart for the minute, and you're like, I want that appointment slot. Okay, here it is. This is the one I was gonna try and listen to.
On real people.
No,
I mean, like,
nobody's
real armor.
saying that. Who's saying that? No one.
He said hi, Laura.
Wow.
She's in the closet.
This is new.
My name is Tony Swanton. I'm a blacksmith. I
Goddamn.
make suits of armor and swords. My business is making weapons for movies, video games.
Oh, this guy.
shows,
I
commercials,
didn't
all of that.
I didn't know that's what this was.
Can your camera see me in here?
No. As long as you stay in there. Yeah, a little bit farther back. They can see the door. They can't see you.
I might have just flashed titties.
Whatever. It's out of my control. I'll tell them you were drunk.
Oh, they could probably still see my titties.
Whatever. I don't care.
Oh.
And I can't find a video to watch either, so, or listen to rather.
Listen to a sermon.
No,
Why?
I don't want to. Oh, I can mount my raptor in here?
You ever had a platinum trophy?
A platinum trophy? You mean like on PlayStation? Like those PlayStation achievements? Are they fighting somebody? What are they doing? Yeah, they're fighting somebody. What the hell is going on over here? You know what? You're a sheep.
I'm gonna go do laundry.
Oh, you resisted it. You know what? I'll just focus on who they're trying to
Yeah.
focus. I might have. I want to say I have, but it was like the easiest platinum trophy to get in gaming history. I don't remember what game it was, but I definitely want to say I've had one.
Good girl. I think I have her now obsessed with laundry.
Was that done or no?
Hmm?
Was that done
No.
laundry? No.
It's dirty laundry.
Babs.
Wanna go do laundry with me? Yeah. Okay. You're a dork. You know that? Get your butt back in
Don't
here.
take her down there with you.
I've done it like 3 times. What's wrong with taking her away?
Oh, well, whatever. If you've done it 3 times, and you must be an expert.
She enjoys it. See this, child? See this?
You better be careful with my dog.
Throw her downstairs.
He falls down the stairs, you fall down the stairs. I've never really been a big achievement hunter. I think the only time that I ever was in Halo 3. Because in Halo 3 you pretty much had to do the achievements to get the armor. I've thought about doing achievement hunting, but there's a lot of games where you have to go like way out of your way to do that. I don't like blank being on shift 1. What the hell is going on? Oh, there's a horde over here. He's dead. Or no, he's not. He's a hunter. That's why he's not dead. Shit. Can I poly this stupid spider? Awesome. Just feigning death again. Or no, he's actually dead. I'm trying to decide what spell to cast here, I'm sorry. You know what? I'll just blow him up. Oh shit, I don't have any mana. I don't think I need it though, the bots are doing pretty damn good. I wasn't even sure who I wanted to attack. Oh, that sucks. That should be a law. Like an actual regulation. All games must have skippable cutscenes. Let me try to figure out where this boss is here. I played a game a little bit ago. I want to say it was it Prey on the 360? I think. No. It had to have been something I played before. I remember The Witcher 3 for some reason didn't let me skip the intro once. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. I was just pushing all the buttons on my keyboard. Dire Mall East. Okay, so I'm actually in the right dungeon for this. Awesome. If I remember right, you actually don't want to fight or talk to that guy until you've done everything there is to do. Shit. Hold the damn aggro bear. Need to get rid of some of these trees. You know, I'm just gonna let loose on this dude. My tank dead? Awesome. He did something. I'm getting there. I'm starting to do the thing where you pretty much grab all the quests that you run across, because from 55 to 60 there's hardly any quests. Gotta grab them all. Well, there's a good amount of quests, but like the XP that you get for them, it's not near enough. Ice cream, that sounds good. Maybe I'll get some ice cream after the dentist, except I have to go to bed right away. I can't even spoil myself for being a good boy at the dentist office anymore. I wonder if they killed that mob. Because they're still alive. I don't know if I can do this with the tank druid. I don't think I can. Maybe if I pull a little bit more carefully, because I did kind of just send him in there. I didn't even wait for the patrol to walk by. I just said, let's just stress test this shit. Yep, the pots are doing a lot better. I have the off occasion, at least in the Burning Crusade core, where the tank would stop attacking or the healer would stop healing, but it was pretty rare. And it was during my Blackrock Depths run through the first half before you get the Shadowforge key. And my only complaint, at least for that core, other than that, is the Reckoning being bugged. It's kind of upsetting. You'd think they'd have the talents ironed out for cores by now, since they've been making private servers for, you know, over 10 years at this point. I should probably just summon them in here, huh? I got these hotkeyed and I'm still clicking them. The hell is this? Lightwell? He actually uses that? Holy shit. Won't let me do anything with it, though. Oh, they did kill him. Alright, I think we're buffed. I should probably put my arcane intellect on some dudes real quick. Except now I'm gonna have to drink. He does a very piss poor job of holding aggro. Was holding aggro for druids that bad in vanilla, or is this bot bugged? Like, I don't know. I've heard stories. Oh, okay. Oh shit, they're walking back. You know, I think we can do this. I'm feeling pretty confident. Except he's totally just skipping the, He must not have an AoE threat generator. So was Growl or whatever in bear form, was that single target in vanilla, or what the hell's going on here? I've been on single player project cores where the tanks were like amazing. Almost too good. Like they basically they acted like herd dogs. Whenever you grab like a group of like 6 or 7 mobs, they would go right into the middle of them, threat generate, and if one of them got pulled off, they'd immediately go and grab them and then bring them all back and do like a circle for the AoE. And they do that sometimes on this core, but not near as consistently. Single target. Ugh. So I have to pull one mob at a time. So are paladins better tanks than druids in vanilla? Because I haven't seen a paladin tank yet either. And they just kill him before I can even get it off. Come on, I'm supposed to be generating less threat now. The fuck. Or maybe I just need to be more careful about the threat that I'm generating. Does the Scorch cause a lot of threat? I'm pretty sure it does. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Warlock spell. That's similar. Oh shit. I actually might want to move. Or no. I'll leave that there. You know, I'll actually move that. Put that there. On my toolbar. I never use Blizzard at all. In fact, I could probably just put something else there. You know, I'll put Blink there. And I'll do... I'll do this. Because that might actually end up being useful. I make them and then I forget I have them. Shit. Well, let me click the treant that I'm trying to kill. Oh, that was a big crit. You didn't like that. There's no point in using Pyroblast. Why did they immune? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just gonna use Scorch and Fire Blast. I'm pretty sure it's a shaman that's doing this. I think. Why are they doing that? I could understand if they were doing it as like a CC. Kind of like you do with Poly, but that was kind of annoying. Read. I'm gonna try to pull the Lasher by itself. You miss playing the game, so you just spend your whole time working on your repack or whatever. Sounds like me when I used to play Halo 3. I never really cared much for the game, so I just made maps in Forge. Since zombies was actually fun in that game. Pooch! Come here, Peppers. Come here, Peppers. Oh, Peppers.
Oh, hi, Dinkle Dark.
Oh, look at the dog. Look at the dog. Here, take Pooch.
I was just gonna come put her on the bed. Don't throw her.
Alright.
Alright.
Oh. I'm about to get one-shotted. Not liking it.
Don't die.
If I die, it's fine as long as the healer stays alive.
Okay, now you can enjoy.
I already did.
Enjoy more. So Dinkle Dark left.
How do you know?
Well, I said hi, Dinkle Dark, and no response.
Well, he doesn't care about you. Alright, let me do this. I'm gonna turn around. Where's my blank? My blank's not on. Oh, there it is. Come on, y'all. Thank you. Oh, that was a perfect freeze. Ah, she left. Think she's fixing to take a bath with a toaster now because you didn't say hi soon enough. I'm pretty sure I don't need to kill those ones. Shit. I just pulled the whole damn dungeon. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen too. I fucking knew it. I can't even stop to do damage. Oh, that pet's gonna aggro him. Can we focus this guy, please? Please and spank you. Oh, healer's dead. Apparently. That was a pretty clutch stun, though. Could have healed yourself. You're a druid, aren't you? I'm actually kind of glad that the bots don't pop out of tank form just to heal themselves anymore. Because that kind of screwed everything up a lot. No. Okay, fine. I don't think that warlock was casting spells for a second there. He should have been able to pull aggro off of me, but I don't think he was casting anything. This might actually be the hardest part of this dungeon right here. It's just the treants. If I recall correctly, all the other rooms are normal groups of like 3 to 6 mobs, and you know, you just pull one group at a time and kill them. The problem is if I'm fighting groups with a druid tank that can only aggro one target, kind of sucks. Nope, paladins have the threat generation from their what's it called? I forgot already. This is the thing that makes their holy spells generate like a bunch more threat. And does their holy shield generate aggro in vanilla like it does in Burning Crusade? About to get killed by roots. Let me see what the strategies are again here. Let me try having him pull. I haven't tested this out yet. Don't like it. Oh. That's cool, except this is kind of bugged. I don't know if this is intentional though. I'll tell you show you what I'm talking about here in a second. It actually has nothing to do with the poll. If I say tank attack, he says he's attacking, but he doesn't. And I think I'm pretty sure it worked fine for the warrior, but it doesn't work for the druid. I don't think I even need to go over there for anything. Whatever. I'll do a full clear here. Oh, he happened to just walk in it too. Awesome. I need to start designating targets before I start engagements. Oh, bots get times 5 XP, by the way, because times 3 was too slow. Mainly for the level 1s, because level 1s still get stuck in the starting area sometimes. And they eventually work their way out. I think it's just a optimization or like a processing thing to where it only has so many active bots at once, even if they're all on screen. I'm going to blink in, and then I'm going to Frost Nova. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Big damage. Just used all the mana on the Arcane Explosion. Why not? Oh, he did that shit again. This time, though, it kind of makes sense because he wasn't the only one alive. And the shaman might actually be doing it. I think it's the shaman that's doing it. Because he's getting aggro and he's just freaking out. Panic banish. I'll be right back. The tribute run? You're talking about with the imp? I don't remember the tribute one. I've done the imp thing before, but it wasn't on this core. Skip bosses where you get better loot at the end? I've never heard of that.